What if an AI could read a 7-page legal document, find every critical field, and show you exactly where it found each piece of data? Not just summarize. Not just copy-paste. But actually point to the precise line on the document, with perfect bounding boxes. That's what Gemini just started doing. And the oil and gas industry is already using it. Today we're breaking down why this is one of the most practical AI breakthroughs of the year and what it means for every industry that runs on paperwork. Let me paint a picture. You're a land attorney in Texas. You've got 400 oil and gas leases to review for a mineral rights acquisition. Each lease is 7 to 15 pages of dense legal text. You need the grantor, the grantee, the effective date, the acreage, the property description, and the granting language. Manually? That's 3 days of work. Your paralegal charges $75 an hour. And one missed field, one wrong acreage number, could cost millions. This is the document hell that practically every industry lives in. Insurance, real estate, legal, medical records, government compliance. Hundreds of billions of dollars are spent every year on humans doing what should be a machine job. Here's the demo that's going viral on X right now, posted by developer Kyle Walker, who is building AI tools for the oil and gas industry. Watch the left panel, that's a real 7-page oil and gas mineral lease from Ector County, Texas. On the right, Gemini is extracting 8 structured fields in real time. And here's what makes this different from every other document AI you've seen. Look at those bounding boxes. Every single extracted field is highlighted directly on the document. That green rectangle around the property description. The dark box pulling file date, February 2, 2024 from page 7, a completely different page. Extraction confidence? Very high. Across the entire document. So what's actually happening under the hood? This isn't a keyword search or a regex pattern match. Gemini is using what Google calls agentic vision. The model looks at the entire document visually, reasons about the layout, understands the semantic meaning of different sections, and then returns precise bounding box coordinates for every extracted field. This is why the bounding boxes are so accurate. Gemini 3 Flash, the model powering this, has a 1 million token context window. It can hold the entire document in memory at once. No chunking. No missed pages. No context loss. And it does cross-page extraction. The file date was buried on page 7 in a county recording stamp. Gemini found it, linked it back to the structured output, and highlighted it on the right page automatically. Now you might ask, can't GPT-4 do this? Can't Claude? Technically yes, but there's a reason Kyle Walker specifically calls out Gemini as his go-to model for document extraction. Gemini has been trained heavily on document understanding. The bounding box coordinates it returns are precise, not approximate. Kyle says these are the best bounding boxes he has ever seen from any model. And cost matters here. Gemini 3 Flash is one of the cheapest frontier models available. Processing a full 7-page legal document costs fractions of a cent. If you're processing 10,000 leases for a deal, you're looking at under $50 in API costs versus weeks of manual labor. Let's zoom in on this specific use case because it's wild. In oil and gas, there's a role called a landman, a specialist who reads mineral rights documents all day to build runsheets, summary documents used in title examination. A senior landman costs $100 to $150 an hour. A title runsheet for a single lease can take 30 to 45 minutes. Multiply that across thousands of leases in an acquisition and you have a multi-million-dollar manual process. This app, built by Kyle Walker, does it in seconds. You upload the lease, Gemini extracts all 8 fields with source bounding boxes, and you hit Create Runsheet. Done. That's not incremental improvement. That's an industry being automated. And this pattern repeats everywhere. Insurance claims. Medical records. Government permits. Legal contracts. Every industry that runs on paperwork. Here's the bigger picture. We're entering the era of intelligent document processing where AI doesn't just read documents, it understands them. And Gemini is positioning itself as the backbone of this shift. Google has been quietly shipping document-heavy features across Workspace, Vertex AI, and Notebook LM. The bounding box capability we saw today is part of a larger push. They're building toward a world where every PDF, every form, every contract that enters a business workflow gets automatically parsed, verified, and acted on. Within 2 years, I predict that manually reviewing structured documents, leases, insurance forms, loan applications will be seen the same way we see manual data entry today. Something you only do if you can't afford AI. The companies that adopt this now will have a 10x operational advantage. If you're building something like this AI on top of documents, data extraction, workflow automation, we build these systems for companies across industries. If you found this useful, hit subscribe. We cover AI breakthroughs like this every single day. Drop a comment below. What industry do you think gets disrupted by intelligent document AI first? And don't miss our next video on Gemini's Live Vision API, it goes even deeper. See you there.